Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome on back to Anime's Arcade. Mario Madness is finally over, which means we can finally hop back into our Pokemon challenge. For those of you who are here before March, we were playing through Pokemon Black and White, but we were not able to gain EXP points. So we've literally been playing through the game and haven't been able to get EXP points the entire time. Now, we are currently sitting at the Elite Four. And yeah, we were having a lot of trouble. We were having a lot of trouble trying to get through the Elite Four. So I was thinking about it like all last week. I've just been thinking about it. Like, I want to save the rare candy because I only have one, first off. But I've been thinking about it all week. And it took me a really long time to realize that I forgot about those items called X. The X items. X special defense, X special attack, all of those. And you know what? We kind of need those. Yo, Vridity, hello. Hope you're doing well today. So, we're gonna go. We should have enough money to go grab some... Where's Nuvema? Where are you? Was it Nuvema? Wait, hold on. Oh, no. It was, wait, where was it? Hold on. Let me just go look up X defense. Pokemon really quick. But we're gonna go buy some of those, because I know that they're used in the speedruns to really help out. So, I'm thinking that we'll use some of those. Nacrene City. Yes. Yes, Nacrene City. Where do we get the X Special Defenses Battle Item Shop? In the house west of the Pokemon Center. Got it. Alright. That's where we're headed. So we're going to go to Nacrene? I don't remember. Yeah, it's like Nacrene. That's how I'm reading it. That's how we're gonna do it. Northeast, southwest, west. This is west. So let's see. Where's the fella who is selling battle items? Snivy. Oh, hey, a miracle seed. That would have been nice. Neat. No. It said west of the Pokemon Center. Let's see. Nope. Ah, you. Yes, you. Okay. So we're gonna grab... Oh, I have like 0 money. What happened? Oh, I just bought a lot of full restores. Right, I remember where all my money went. Now. Okay. Oh no, dude. Tell you what I'm gonna do. Oh boy, what can I sell? I mean, I don't really need all of those, but at the same time, do I have like 2 miracle seeds now? No, just the one. I mean, do I really want to sell any of these? Not really, but I have like... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna do some save scumming. Because honestly, I need it. Honestly, I'm gonna need it. We're gonna sell all the hyper potions just for now. Now we're gonna buy like a bunch of Expedef. By a bunch, I mean like 10? I'm guessing. I honestly don't know. But we're going to get a bunch of those, and we're going to see if that actually helps us out a little bit. I also hope that I remember what the heck the plan was, because off the top of my head, I definitely don't remember what the plan was. I think I was like going to trade to one Pokemon and try to stall it with a bajillion full restores. But, you know, that's literally not the best idea, and I just realized that, you know, having the special defense and the specials, like, that's all going to be a lot more helpful now that I've remembered. Yes, hello, Trow. I definitely do not call me a pro Pokemon gamer, because I am not. I have never claimed to be a pro Pokemon gamer, that's for sure. Hope you're doing well, Chow. I'm gonna say it again just to make sure that I said it. Hope you're having a good day, Viridity. Like I just want to make sure because my brain is registering it, and I'm pretty sure I said hello, but I'm just gonna double say hello. Also, hey Xander, hope you're doing well. Day's been pretty good. Day has been pretty good. Quick Claw, let's go! Yeah. Fall in love, dude. Oh, the double Quick Claw. You helped the buddy do some house demo? Yo! I bet that was a lot of fun. Dang it. You know what? This would have been a good time to use my Expedef. Now that I'm thinking about it, I am a dingus. I am a dingus. It's okay, like I said, I don't remember. Ah! Oh, that's a lot of damage. I should not have bought all those full restores. It's too many. I mean, I'm sure it'll like work in the long run, but ooh, I don't know. We'll see. Dude, come on, stop. Man, that attract is not doing much, is it? And there goes my special defense. Good, great. If you could just miss an attack really quick, I would love to poison you for Practicus. That would be nice. Bro. Alright. We got crit. That's fine. Not much else I can do with that, I suppose. Okay, we need to try again. we gotta try again, folks. We gotta try again. Why don't I start with ants? Wait a minute. Clearly, I remember nothing. Ah, you suck. Ah, it's crunch. Gotta love how how having a burn makes you deal like 50% damage. Anyway, I'm just gonna run through this because I need to like, see what's gonna happen anyways. Like, obviously the full restore is gonna happen. Now that I'm out burned, my damage is back to standard. I'm trying to remember which Pokemon can be sent out next. I could teach Ants McGee. I could teach Ants Attract. I could do that. Either way, without the I don't know, without the Cofraggy assist, it's like it doesn't really help. Crunch. Ah, he decided to keep using Shadow Ball. Smart man. Alright, well. Okay, I'm trying to think. I think what I need to do is do Cofagrius, get Attract out, miss a hit, hook up Expedef. Probably. Another full restore. Yeah, this ain't gonna do much. So powerful. Oh, now I remember what the plan was. When he throws out when she throws out Chandelure. Wow, I don't know why I couldn't think of that name. When he throws out Chandelure, I switch over to the Rockman, and then I should beef that up. I'm just waiting for the slowdown. There we go. Nope. Oh, that's right. I'm Dark type. Forgot Volibea's Dark type. That actually might be pretty good in the future. Slash. Wow. Man. Haha, nice. Alright. And KO. Like, it's fine. It's kind of funny. That is a lot of money, but again, we did do a save scum, so no need to worry about that. I wonder, what if I switch to Volibee and then Expedef? Alright. I'm thinking. What level does Volibee evolve at again? I'm very curious. Volibee. Like, I can't level it up, but I'm just curious. Game data. 54, yeah, I'm nowhere near that. Alright, so. Here's the play. We get Attract out. And when we get Attract out, then we give it, they miss a hit, and then we do Expedef, and hopefully it works. Oh, Imposter's already landed. Okay, never mind. I think I was gonna look for, Also, hey, how's the volume? I am hoping that it's not too loud. I have a feeling that it is somewhat loud, but I'm hoping it's not, like, too loud, you know? Anyway, all right. So once again, plan. Attract. Hopefully we get the quick claw with the attract. And if not, hopefully we don't get the KO and we still get the attract out. And then they're gonna send out the ghost fella, and then we're gonna equip Expedef. What was it I wanted to check? I remember why I opened up my menu now, because I forgot earlier, but I remembered now. This. Physical, special, physical, nothing. So, okay, so Rock Slide is physical. Power Gem is special. Game volume is fine. You could turn it down a smidge, but other than that, it's good. Okay. I'll turn it down to like 70. It definitely feels a little better to my ears. I'll actually crank that back up to 80. 80 should be good. All right, epic. Okay. All right, so Power Gem is special. Rock Slide is physical. I don't remember what's more effective against Chandelure, but that's fine. We have to make it past the first Cofagrigus first. Gotta make it past the first Cofagrigus. Quick claw, quick claw, quick claw, quick claw, quick claw. Come on, baby. Dang it. We tried. All right, here's the deal. We're going to switch to Imposter. We're once again going to use Attract. Will-O-Wisp, I don't care. That's fine. Now I'm going to use Toxic. Because what are they gonna do? Psychic? I won't die from Psychic. Unless they crit. If they crit, then I die. But he did not die. So, Cofagrigus, you are now in a very terrible spot. Full restore. Dang it. Stop using attacks. You're attracted to me. You should not be actually hitting me. Sadness. Just gonna use a lemonade real quick. Nice. Bro, come on. Special defense fell, of course. Restore. I feel like I need... This is the only problem with selling all those hyper potions, is now I don't have them. If you're in love with the imposter, why do you keep doing damage? Alright. That's garbage. Alright, check this out. Watch this. I'm gonna KO him with one shot. Bada bing. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Get wrecked, Cofagrigus. Bye! Alright, Chandelure. Yeah, switch Pokemon to Rocky. Rocky has Sturdy. And we're going to use Expedef. Because Chandelure basically just has special attacks. Battle items. Let's see. A crit. Thanks. Thanks, because that's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Payback. I'm not... What? Nope. Take some physical damage, nerd. Alright, I'm going to do another Expedef. Oops, that's not it. Expedef. Alright, hopefully now, even if he crits... Oh, they're so weak! Alright. Maybe we should have just switched to Eggy. I don't know. This is a problem. Ow. Ayo. You want to birth by sleep? Yeah. Birth by sleep is pretty fun. Okay. Thankfully, we have Expedef. Was it Fire Blast? Fire Blast. Pokemon. Power points 5. Alright, yeah, he's gonna run out of this. This is good. Who knew the bird? The bird was the answer all along. I wish I had more full restores. But this is good to know, actually. So we can use, we can do a reset and then use Vullaby immediately after switching. What moves does what did I even give Vullaby? Why didn't I give them Attract? Probably because I wasn't planning to use them. Alright, check it out. The bird was the word? Yeah, apparently. Apparently. That should be the last Fire Blast. Which is fantastic. Oh, no. Like, maybe one more? I think that's it. What else do you have, Chandelure? You have Payback, Shadow Ball, and Psychic. And literally all of those moves are like nothing. All right, battle items, Expedef. Eggy. Crank that Spidef. Let's go Dark type Flyer. This is the good stuff, baby. Now, the only problem, I have Pursuit. Punishment doesn't attack, and that doesn't really, like, help me. It's not that powerful of Dark Attack. I don't remember what it is that makes it more powerful, because it only has 5 power points. But genuinely, I don't know. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up real quick. We just do that, actually. Normally has a base power of 60, but gains 20 power for every increased stat stage the target has, up to a maximum of 200 base power. Huh? What does that mean? Oh, if the target has used Shell Smash, which increases attack, special attack, and speed by 2 stages. Oh. Okay, so that it matters what they do. Got it. Interesting. Air Slash. Let's go Vullaby. Clutching it out. Yo, we got a crit. Okay. Tailwind. I would like to be faster than you, Chandelure. Air Slash. Zap. Okay, now they're going to heal. Because they haven't used any full restores yet. So we're just going to fly really quick. Avoid an attack. Oh, never mind. Right, I have Tailwind going. I'm gonna keep doing that though. Oh, that not good. Do another tailwind. That's fine. That's not fine. Not much I can do about that. I mean, there is. I can use another Expedef, but you know, obviously not. Oh, I should use the lemonade. Ah, that's what I meant to use. So Expedef has been dropped twice. It's actually still not too bad. I don't think we need to worry about it yet. The only problem is I am not doing very much damage. Maybe I should have looked to see if I had any more, like, if I had any dark TMs. Like, I don't think I did, but probably would have been good to look for that. Nice. Fight. Air slash. Payback. Ha! Joke's on you. You're going first. Alright, now there's definitely should not be using Tailwind at all. So if he's just going to be using Payback. Ah, oh, come on. Yeah, like, I don't know if they have any more full restores after that one, but hopefully that's it. So I'm going to run out of all my moves. If he doesn't run out of them first, I probably will. All right, yo, no worries, Xander. Hope you have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you have Flame Body. Lovely. I'm just doing Air Slash. Nice. See, now it's okay to use a full restore because I'm on fire. Definitely not metaphorically, just physically. Just literally. Critical hit. Boo. Boo. All right. Was slouching a little bit. Let me just fix that. Surely they don't have another full restore, right? Surely not. Because that would be unfortunate. Crit. Dang, that's fine. Alright, they're out. He used Psychic, let's go. They're out of moves besides Psychic. Okay, so this is good to know. Eggy is basically invincible against Chandelure. This is incredible. Do you like to switch Pokemon? Yes. I'm going to switch to Ants McGee really quick. And hear me out. Hear me out. There's a reason I'm doing this. I'm gonna do a trade here. Yep, that's fine. I expected that. That is an A-okay. Here's what's up. We're gonna switch to Imposter. Bag, Lemonade. What are you gonna use, Jellicent? What are you gonna use? Shadow Ball. Okay, that makes sense. How much damage is that? Way more than I would like. Attract. Yes. Yes. All right, good. Schmexy. All right, here we go. Bag. Full restore. I've used so many full restores, dude. Oof. Oof. But it's fine. Shadow Ball. Fight. Toxic. Finally being immobilized by love actually happens. Blech. That took how long? Giga Drain. Of course, it happens for one turn. Just one. Just one. Oh, baby! A crit! Nice. Now let's do it again. It's a little teeny amount of health, but I'll take it. Of course. And that's why I wanted to take it. Give me that HP. Delicious. Let's go. Okay, Golurk. I will not switch. What I will do, however... What type are you? It's a nothing type. That's... Alright. That could be a problem. Golurk, what type are you? Because I can never remember. He's that type. Okay. That's a problem. Hold up. I gotta do some quick research. Golurk is Ground Ghost. Okay. Alright. That's fine. What? Earthquake. Is that a special or a physical? It's a physical. Okay, so... Interesting. What we need to do is bring back a bunch of Pokemon, but specifically Eggy. We're gonna bring back Eggy. Bro, wait. Eggy is like the answer. Hold up. That was way too effective, and it was a critical hit. Damn. I'm gonna pull out 2D like really quick. I'm gonna pull Eggy back to revive. Bro, this moron just used Curse. Hey, yo. Haha. Okay, this is fine. I'm actually going to switch Eggy back out just because of that. Hold up. Nice. That's what I like to see. Lemonade. Guess what? He can't use Earthquake because I'm Flying type. Wow, who knew Eggy would just be the play? Now that's a problem. Oh, never mind. It is not a problem at all. Battle items. X defend. Okay, Eggy is the play. I can't believe I'm saying that, but Eggy is the play. That's wild. Another lemonade. Yo, what up, Q? Hope you're doing well. I have discovered that Eggy is literally the number one choice. Once we get past Cofagrigus, once we pass Cofagrigus, basically we just switch to Eggy. Fly. This is very good knowledge. I am learning. Now, the only problem with this is now my power points for Eggy are incredibly low. Okay, now we gotta go fight the fighting type dude. I'm trying to remember. Revive. 1, 2. Like Rocky is like certainly gonna be of no help here, but you know. Let me see. Let me think. Lemonade. I shouldn't have used Eliminate on you specifically. Whoops. Restore an Eggy. Do I have any berries? Have I used all my healing berries? Yeah. Alright, we'll have to use Lemonade. Do I have any, like, dark-type TMs? That's what I want to know. I have Shadow Ball. Can I teach it to Eggy? Oh! Oh. Oh, I can teach Eggy Shadow Ball. Glorious. Glorious. Okay. Somebody please help remind me that I can do that. Because, like, no way I'm getting past this guy this time. But! Ooh. Literally, like I said, Eggy is the answer. And I am shocked at that. Anyway, let's put Imposter in the front. Well, I was gonna take a sip of water. I'm a little thirsty. Delicious. All right. Excuse me. All right. Let's see what we can do. Out the gate, I'm just gonna use Toxic. Like, what else am I gonna do? All right. Unless I can use Attract. If I can use Attract out the gate, I will. If I cannot, I'm going to use Toxic. Hopefully, I do not get KO. We'll see. We will see. Draw. I believe Amoongus is also male. Okay. Will not work. Toxic. Stone Edge. Ow. I was like... Actually, that was less than half my HP. I should be fine. Should. Emphasis on should. That's not a guarantee. A crit? Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay, then. Come on, 2D. Attract. Payback. It is dark type, but... Alright, great. We're going to use the Lemonade. Here's the deal. We got to wait for that HP to get, like, pretty low so that after I use an attack, it basically gets KO'd by the Toxic. Toxic is incredibly strong when you can use it. Thank you. Now it's working. Okay, great. We can do one Shadow Ball. Let's go. Get immobilized, nerd. That wasn't enough. It was, yes! Okay. Barely. By the skin of our teeth. Sock, are you also male? Sick. Get attracted. Unless... Yeah! Oh, he missed! He missed, he missed, he missed, he missed. What is Stone Edge? What is Stone Edge? Hold up. Stone Edge. Is this a special or physical? It is a physical. Great. Okay. Battle item. X defend. I figured that's what it was, but I wasn't 100% sure. We're gonna use 2 of those. And we should be good for a little bit. Maybe we'll use 3. Depends on if he hits me. Alright, we'll use 3, just because. Just to be extra specially careful. Keep in mind, the trainer does still have, like, 2 full restores. But, yeah. Anyway, Shadow Ball. I'm gonna be so low on power points by the end of, like, the third dude. Special defense spell, good. Alright, I have a plan. This might seem crazy. Never mind, it doesn't. Never mind, just gonna Shadow Ball. Just gonna Shadow Ball. Hold that thought. Actually, I think we should wear out the full restores on this guy first, since he's immobilized by love anyways. Like, why couldn't this work as well? Why couldn't this work as well against the first trainer? Come on. Whatever. What a weird move. All right. Let's see how this goes. Stone Edge. With 3. Oh, yeah. 3x defense. Get wrecked, my dude. This is what I needed. This is what I needed. I'm so glad I watched Saren. I'm so glad I watched Saren speedrun Pokemon Yellow. Because I definitely would have forgot about the X items because I never used them. Crap! That's bad. Alright. Well, one thing to do. And hopefully not die. Let's go! We didn't die! Ah! Trust me, using Curse was part of the plan. Don't worry. I'm going to use a Lemonade. I'm going to run out of healing items, too. Ooh. Again, as long as it doesn't crit, I will be A-okay. And he's going to die to the Curse, which is beautiful. Curse is also a move that I would not use in normal gameplay at all, but like that's just me. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. You got a Lemonade. Yep, there it is. Now, is he still cursed? That's my question. Let me see. Is he still cursed? Yes. Yes. Shadow Ball. Grass not. What? Huh? You have that? What? Wait, are you out of Stone Edge already? Hold up. This is only 5 power points, dude! Do it again. I dare you. I am running out their power points with these ghost types. Let's go. Yin Xiao. Nope. I don't know what moves Mienshao may or may not have, but if this is his final Pokemon, you're gonna have to play careful. Oh, Rock Slide. Oh, Rock Slide. Oh, Rock Slide. Oh, Rock Slide. Oh, and I didn't die. All right, we win. Nice. We win unless he crits with Rock Slide. We are also out of Lemonades, which is bad. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy... Did I use X Defense? No, I didn't use X Defense with this specific dude. It will indeed be your last, my buddy. Let's go. Missed the attack. I like how we're making immediate progress as soon as I remembered, oh, there's items to help boost my stats, even though I'm severely underleveled. Yo, what up, Potter? Hope you're doing well. If I recall people saying things, I hope you do not get overwhelmed by Neko and his accomplice. I just realized I totally zoomed on through that guy's text, but it's fine. Where are we going next? Northeast, southwest, southeast, no. Northwest, northeast, southwest is dark type, which means we cannot start with ghost. We cannot start with ghost if we go to the dark type. We can start with imposter, probably. All right, let's do some healing. Again, we are super low on all the healing items, which is very questionable. Good. Now we'll pop out some lemonade. We don't have any lemonades. Should not have sold all those hyper potions. That was a mistake. The only way it's not a mistake is if we actually get this first try. Or second try, I'm sorry. We already had a first try and I goofed it up. But that's okay. Alright, psychic type. I believe I have the ghost first, and that's fine, because psychic doesn't do too much to ghost. But I also feel like that doesn't sound right. Psychic. Psychic. Type. Let me just double check. Is my Pokemon brain knowledge happening correctly? The psychic type Pokemon are weak to bug, dark, and ghost type moves. Hey! Offensive, 0 times dark. Okay, but like no, it's not super effective or anything against ghost. Great. Good. Okay. We are starting with the right Pokemons. Good. Who are you? How impudent you are to disturb my sleep. You appear to possess a combination of strength and kindness. Very well. Make your best effort not to bore me with a yawn-inducing battle. Clear? Sure, ma'am. I will try very hard. I think what we need to figure out is what moves are going to be physical and what moves are going to be special. And I feel like Reuniclus has special, but I don't know for sure. But we're going to start... Oh, actually, that's female, which means we actually can't. So we're going to have to do this. Here's hoping. All right, I used the right one. Am I going to die? I'm not. Let's go. All right. 44 plus 44 is 88. But 44 298 is 54. 54, which means I don't, even if I used another Expedef, I don't know how much damage is going to be done. Ah, all right. Here's our shot. Here's our shot. Another Expedef. This is what we needed. As long as we don't crit, for the most part, we should be fine. That should do less damage. Yes! All right, 40 damage. We can fight. Unless... Let's go. We can fight. Thank you. Items that I literally never use in a casual play ever. I genuinely never use these darn things. Should have bought more lemonade. SMH. That's what I'll probably do after this. If I take an L, please. Ooh. This is gonna be tight. However, we can KO Reuniclus with like one attack, so please miss. Thanks. That's all I'm asking. Please miss. Oh. Well. Interesting choice. Ah, dang it. I was hoping we could get the attack out, but yeah, paralysis. Sadness. Nice. That's what I like to see. Get wrecked, nerd. Ooh. Let's go. One down. Musharna. Keep battling. Since we've got that Expedef out, like, We gotta take advantage of it. I'm actually gonna use one more. Just in case. Ah! You suck. It knows Shadow Ball. This is very bad. There's only one way to do this. Oh! Oh, we avoided the attack, but there's only one way to do this effectively. We gotta use Curse. We gotta use Curse. If we want to take out this Musharna and not have to keep wasting all our full restores, we gotta use Curse. Can't believe I'm strategically using Curse, a move that I basically don't use. Wild. You know, I could just use Vullaby. That's a bug attack. Musharna, what are you doing with a bug attack? What are you doing? By Shadow Ball. Ah! Boop. Alright, how low is it gonna go? All the way? To the flow? Yeah! How low can he go? Can he bring it to the top? Like you never stop? He probably knows Shadow Ball. One hop. Right foot now. Left foot now, y'all. Cha-cha, real smooth. Oh, he doesn't know Shadow Ball. Get wrecked, Sigilif. You know what I need to do? I am thinking. Never mind. We don't need to do anything. Wow, Sigilif's special defense is terrible. Wild. Oh, there's Shadow Ball. Found it. Bye. See ya. And a crit. Nice. Do not switch. Man, Tootie is just going hard. Crap. She found the bright powder. What are these ancient demons you're battling with? I know, right? Honestly, Sigilif's kind of cool. It's very well designed. Calm Mind? Oh. I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't know how I feel about that. We are cursing you. We are cursing you. Because I don't want to deal with you. I need so much more healing items. She's going to seduce me? Nope. I need so many more healing items. Okay, we're probably going to crash and burn on the dark type. We're probably going to crash and burn on the dark type. Oh, shiz. But if we don't crash and burn on the dark type... Oh, watch this. Wait. Wait, watch this. Hold up. Crap, he used Shadow Ball. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not very effective. I need some lemonades, though. Zap. Oh, dude. Punishment does so much damage because they use Calm Mind twice. Anyway, it's fine. Oh, 1 HP. All right, so they're going to use a full restore. So I know that's what they're going to do. There it is, but they're still cursed. The important part is they're still cursed. However, I shouldn't have sold all those hyper potions. I didn't need to. I sold so many hyper potions. That was expected because when you switch out the Pokemon, all the effects of the like Expedef, X defense, those all go away. Anyway, we're gonna throw out Tut. Ew, Tut! Retract! No, he did. Again, this is still fine. She's cursed. She is cursed, baby. All I gotta do is send out Rocky and do a power gem attack. Because Rocky here cannot die. Bye! I have 2 of them, yes. It's been very helpful. As a trainer, you are both excellent and elegant. I'm very pleased to have battled you. All right, dark type. Oh, I'm out of healing. You haven't faced all of the members of the Elite Four yet, have you? Don't concern yourself about me. Go on ahead. I am, like, literally out of healing items. After this match... because I'm not winning. Like, 0 chance. Okay, not 0, but incredibly low. Very, very low chance that we actually win here. I'm gonna be honest. I like how silly max potions are, because, like, full restores are obviously the better one, and yet max potions are incredibly rare to find. And you can just buy full restores. Kind of silly if you ask me. All right, anyway, dark type. Let me just check really quick here. Nope, not you. You. Offensive. Yeah! Okay, alright, that's cool. Alright, cool. I don't know how I thought this was a thing, but this is a thing. Dark only does like half damage to steel, which is weird because I never would have thought of that. I was like, wait. How much does like Dark do to steel? And before Gen 6, it only does half damage to steel. If I'm pretty sure I'm reading that correctly. Yeah. All right, mister. Man, oh man, what is going on today? Challengers coming one right after another. Well, no matter. I am Grimsley of the Elite Four, and I will fulfill my duty to be your opponent. Guess what I have? Bug Bite, which is super effective against Dark. Interesting. Okay, however, the problem with Scrafty, I can never remember if they're Dark fighting. Yeah, they are. They're Dark fighting. Bye. I'm just gonna... Yeah, that was the better choice. X-Defend. Didn't think I was gonna have to switch to Eggy so soon, but here we are. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll just sit at 2x defense for now. I'm so low on full restores. This is gonna be hard. Okay, good news, bad news. Good news. My attacks do double. Plus, you know, same type attack bonus. Same type attack bonus. You monster. Of course he has sand attack. Of course he has sand attack. Boink. Boink. Ah! Crit! crunch. Oh, and Scrafty avoided the attack. Thanks, Sand Attack. I appreciate you, Sand Attack. Just like licked my pop filter by accident. Whoops. Fine, air slash. Buzzy. Give me the crit. Give me the crit. The crit juice. So I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna run out so fast. Let's go! All right, Scrafty out. Crocodile. What is steel weak to? Steel. Other than fighting, obviously. Yeah, it's two times weak to ground. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm dumb. Guess what Eggy is immune to? Ground. Hold up. I did not expect that. Air slash. Sand attack is terrible. You know what? Screw sand attack. Screw sand attack. That's what I say. However, now I have to use a bunch of X defend again. All right, that was a bad choice, actually. That was really dumb. Actually, that was kind of dumb. Watch this. Knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Earthquake is technically a physical attack, but did not work in this instance. All right, Eggy. Read my swap. Read my swap. All right, we've got a problem. Have I mentioned we have a problem? Critical hit my butt! All right, but this is what I was talking about. Like I said, there's no way we win this one. So we're going to get the fresh reset and get our money back. Not sell all those hyper potions this time. I will still sell some of them, but not all of them. All right, we're going to die to Earthquake here really quick. Don't mind me. Never mind. We're going to slightly lose to Foul Pay. But we're going to use Curse. Nice. Am I out of power? Nope. I got 2 left. 2 left. I'm shocked he did not go for Earthquake. Well, there's Dragon Claw. Don't know why he used that. That was a poor decision. All right. Fight. Shadow Ball. It's our last Shadow Ball. Sadness. All we have now is Curse and Attract and Scary Face. It's kind of funny. Cling, cling, cling. Scary Face slows. Crunch. That's what I was looking for. If we actually pull this out, that'd be kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Pardon me, sorry. crit, huh? A crit, huh? Yeah, I should have just suffered the sand attack. I should have just suffered with it. That's too bad. It's fine, though. It's fine. Let me read this attack real quick. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Nice. Okay. Watch me read this attack. Watch, watch, watch. Haha. Nice. Get out of here. Life hard? Nope, no need to switch, baby. All right, ants. I'm out of healing items. Told you I was gonna fake out. Ah! My face! Ow. Chomp. Yo! Wow, that was so much damage. I can't even complain. I can't even complain. That was so much damage. I was very shocked by how much damage that was. Dead. Not dead. No way. Hold on. Be sharp. Nah. No point in me switching. Let's see. That's steel type. So what does steel do to steel? Steel does half to steel. Got it. Actually helpful. Here's what we do. Status restore, revive, ants, McGee. Swap over to Tut really quick just to see if I can actually get a track down. Nope, he's dead. He's dead. Bye! Ha, but now you have Mummy. Get wrecked, nerd. Alright, here's the question. Do I just spam revives? I feel like I do. How much damage? More than I would like, that's for sure. Let's go with Rocky really quick. Not because I'm looking for the vibe, but just because I'm looking for the aerial ace. Let me see this. 20. Yeah, I don't think we can stall out aerial ace. I doubt that. Highly doubt we can stall out aerial ace. But let's revive ants. And then just get a big old fat bug bite. Why would you use that? What? It's too bad I don't have any fighting or fire or ground. Like that'd be helpful, but I don't. X Scissor, the bug move. What is B-Sharp doing with X Scissor? Like, for reals. Ants, what do you got? Is there anything? Oh. And I'm faster! Ooh! Ooh! Wait, what? Wait, why was he faster? Alright, how much damage? Yo! How is my dig going first? Woo! That's amazing! Hey, yo! I'm sorry, what? No way, dude! And I'm pretty sure he's all out of full restores. Give me the crit. Ah, no crit. So close, though. This is totally fine. Oh, boy, we're running out of revives left and right. That's for sure. Critical. Super effective. Rocky helmet, get absolutely destroyed. If somebody wins a battle, then without a doubt, somebody will lose the battle. That's the way of the battle. Real Warrior doesn't dash off in pursuit of the next victory, nor throw a fit when experiencing loss. Real Warrior ponders the next battle. Wow, I actually read that out. Ayo, we got to the champ. It was literally just a matter of getting past the first two. Astonishing! You've defeated every member of the Pokemon League's Elite Four, but it isn't over yet. There's one more opponent against whom you must prove your strength. The pinnacle of the Pokemon League, the champion, Elder. Or perhaps that man called N has defeated him and taken his title. I don't know which one you will face, but check the statue in the central plaza and continue to the final room. Alright, now we just revive everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say everybody? I meant like half of everybody. Oh, I actually still have one left. Okay. I have 0 healing items. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to waste a max revive on Rocky really quick. Again, if we die, I will save Scum a bit just because I sold all my hyper potions and I haven't even used up all my X defense and X specials yet, and I have like a bajillion dollars still. Oops. Wait. Papa. Not you. You're the one who needs to be in front. Bonk. Okay. Wait. Do I have anything I can give the... Let me see this. Hold up. Ghost type moves. No. I think 10 X special defs was good, but it looks like we only used 5 X defense, so maybe we just get like 6? Or maybe we could just get 10 and I could just like not spend as much money as I did. I'm just curious if there's any items on the way up to here. It doesn't look like it, but I figured I'd turn it on just in case. I swear if there's like a full heal before the final battle, I'm going to be annoyed because it's like, bro, I just used my revives. It's over. Never again will Pokemon be made to suffer or be held captive by humans. It's all thanks to my friend Zekrom. You may have the title of champion, but you can't stop me with just a title. Your soft heart has left you weak. Years ago, you lost your Pokemon, your partner, to sickness. In order to forget the pain in your heart, you wandered Unova. Who knows how long it's been since you've had to fight with your full strength? I actually kind of like that about you, though. As a trainer who far outmatches the champion, I shall issue an order across Unova. Trainers of the world, free your Pokemon. I'm sorry, I don't remember Enda's voice. It has been literally a month. It has been more than a month. I beg you, separating people from Pokemon, do anything but that. You and I both put our beliefs on the line and fought with all our strength. And I want to not say another word. I've been waiting. In the future, I envisioned you obtained a stone, and indeed you have. That light stone. Zekrom is responding to it. Stop. This is not a suitable place for the legendary dragons. From the ground, rise up. The castle of Team Plasma. Surround the Pokemon League. I'm sorry. They built, like if you just think about this for a second, they built a castle underneath the Elite Four. How did they do that with nobody noticing? Also, sorry for the flashes and such. There's not much I can do about that. Also, as you can see, there's not like a perfect split there. It's just kind of hard to have one. Amazing. Fantastic. What has just appeared is Team Plasma's castle. The king's words will resound from the heights to all below. You must come to the castle as well. Everything will be decided there. Whether Pokemon will be liberated from people, or whether Pokemon and people will live together. We will see whose belief is stronger, and our result will change the world. This guy's gonna give me a heal. He's gonna heal me. Mr. Alter, you're a wreck. It's not fitting for a champion. You did well to get this far. Somehow, I beat the Pokemon League, but it wasn't easy. I have to congratulate you. I became stronger because I understood what I want to do. Anime, tell N this. Some people grow stronger by being with Pokemon. My Pokemon and I are proof. Together, we learn to become stronger. I lost. I should have been able to demonstrate the bond between me and my Pokemon. That would have shown that brat the worthlessness of his outrageous dreams. So his convictions were the real thing. Be careful. The ones who change the world are always the ones who pursued their dreams. Anime, I ask this of you. Even if Pokemon and people are separated, nothing good will come of it. Please let him know that. Can you heal me? Oh, nope, he's just gonna say things. Okay, good news. I haven't wasted my revives because he's not gonna heal me. Yo, it's kind of a slap and beat though. Those in accord with fate are preserved, and those who rebel against fate perish. When the way is forgotten, duty and justice appear. One can lose the forest for the trees. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, that is a second mistake. Superior men understand what is right. Inferior men understand what will sell. There are not two suns in the sky, nor two sovereigns over the people. Well, if anything should happen to our king, it would be disastrous. It would ruin Justice's perfect plan. Our Lord N will be disappointed, but the six of us shall defeat you here. Can you manage that? Still standing, are you, enemy? You Drit Veils. Huh, ain't just me. Let's go. So sorry. Not only are we stronger than you, but there are a lot of us. Accursed gym leaders! Ignoring Team Plasma? That would be a terrible thing for us gym leaders to do. Bianca asked us to come too. I'm fine, don't worry. No need No need to worry. Yo, Ducky! Ducky. Yo, how's the Mario Kart Deluxe tournament the other day? How did that go? How'd you do? I want to know. Holder of the Lightstone. Please proceed. It was good. Let's go. Yeah. Again, nobody wants to heal me, so I guess we'll just go up the stairs. Got 5th. Hey! Not bad. GG's. Come. In this castle. I could have saved those revives! I could have saved those max revives! You may rest your Pokemon and access your PC. Fear not. Can I fly? First, have your Pokemon rest in that room. When they are healed, 'tis our Lord N's wish that you be moved to the innermost part of this castle. Bruh. Also thinking we're gonna fill up my affiliate stuff. Yo, let's go! Yeah. Let's go. I'm Anthea. Trainer, before you go to confront my Lord N, please take a moment to rest. I wasted all of those revives. Can I fly away? Like if I just leave, can I fly out? Please. I want to go buy stuff. Please. No! Wait, what if I use like... Do I have an escape rope? I have dig. Let me try dig. Hold on. Yeah, I'm stuck here. Dang it! I wasted those revives! I'm pretty sad about that. Not gonna lie. So the rest was in there. The PC is... Oh, that's an item. Oh, nice. We got a heal. We got a heal. We have exactly 1 heal. We have exactly 1 heal. Where's that PC they were saying I could use? I don't see a PC. Da 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 ba da 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 ba. Like the PC doesn't matter. I just want to see it. But it doesn't. I don't see where I can use it. Ba da ba ba. Ba ba da 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 da. Genuinely. They built the castle in like 7 years. Wild. Okay, but again, it says I can use my PC. I literally don't see a PC. I've already been in this room. What if... Okay, hear me out. What if... Can I exit the castle? Can I fly now? I just like the fact that I can actually go this far out. I can't do anything. But just the fact that I can actually go this far out is kind of funny. No escape rope. None. Alright, anyway. Alright, here's what I hope happens. Oh, hey, look. They're different. Neat. They're in a different spot. My hope here... That's this side. Interesting. My hope here is that Zekrom's going to bust out and I can finally trade out like one of my weaker Pokemon. But who would I trade out is the problem. I mean, I guess I could trade out one of my Cofragrigeas. Ah, PC. Wild. Yeah, this isn't gonna do much, but the fact that I can do it is like kind of neat. Okay, what if? Are there merchants? What if? Imagine there's a store. Max Revive. Okay, that replaces one of the ones I wasted. Can't believe I wasted all of them. I was like, I didn't remember what happened. I couldn't remember if like somebody healed you up immediately or you had to fight. Da, 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 da. Ayo, will you go to the Pokemon League? Oh. Hey! We can go shopping. We can go shopping. We can go shopping. I am so low on money. Oh my god. Sell all my max repels. Yup. Sell these. Sell that. Sell those. Sell that. I'm like never gonna use them, but I might need them, you know? You never know. Sell Torment. Oh, they won't buy the TMs. Curses. Okay. Buy. How many full restores can I buy? 9! Alright, how many hyper potions can I buy? 23! Okay, what if I sell these items that I'm not using? Because I literally am not using any of these. Pardon me. I had like 3 miracle seeds. Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna buy. I can buy 24. Great. Wow. We're gonna buy like 10 hyper potions. We're gonna go get a bunch of lemonades. We're gonna go get a bunch of lemonades. Oh. I feel like what I should also do is like get a bunch of... I should get some more Expedef because I am low on Expedefs. I only have like 2 left. I should get some more of those. Should definitely get some more of those. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7th. 8. 9. Every so often, I think you get a bonus one, but, like, it rarely happens. 10. Okay. We still actually have quite a bit of money left, so we're going to fly back to Nectarine. Nectarine? I'm pretty sure it's Nectarine or something of the like. We're going to go to Nectarine. We're going to go buy some more Expedef and Xdef. I have 2. We need 8. Okay, and then, all right, how many hyper potions can we buy from here? Like, honestly, we probably, like, if you look at the Pokemon we have and their HP, honestly, we mostly just need lemonades. I'm just gonna buy some more lemonades. I'm gonna go like 15 or 20 lemonades. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I kind of want to get an X accuracy, like, just to be safe. I'm going to do it. I'm going to grab an X accuracy just in case he decides to be like, ha, accuracy down, when I, like, really need to keep some accuracy. Just in case, I'll buy 1. Like, we are doing prep that I would, like, never do in a normal playthrough. Like, these items, I literally just sell these items in a normal playthrough. I will just get rid of these. All right. Okay. Pretty sure I was slouching again. I have a very strong feeling that I was slouching. Ow. Okay, now the only downside, I don't have any revives. A battle between you and our Lord N will reveal whether our Lord N is an ideal hero. It will also reveal how you feel about protecting the current world, where people live with Pokemon. Okay.
That room was the world that was provided to our Lord and I don't feel anything, even when I go into the room. But you may feel something.
Okay. I'll go in it. Pokeball. Yo, rare candy. Also, bro, excuse me. They gave him a freaking half pipe. They gave him a whole half pipe? Why is there a train in the basketball hoop? Alright. I feel nothing. It is just another room for me to go through. Another item. Bless, thanks. Full restore. Okay. Team Galactic and Team Rocket. Yep. You right. No Pokeballs in here. Glad I've been going into these rooms to just, like, talk. Because, yeah, again, now I was able to leave and go, like, beef up real quick. Hello, Justice.
Welcome, holder of the Lightstone.
Again, it's literally been over a month. I don't remember his voice.
The castle that appeared as if it were enveloping the Pokemon League is a symbol. It means Unova will change. The king of the castle is the strongest trainer in the world. He is accompanied by the legendary Pokemon. He has defeated the champion. Added to all that, his heart burns with the desire to improve the world. If that's not what makes a hero, what more do you need? Now that the stage is set, we can seize people's minds and hearts. We can bring into being the world that that Team Plasma desires. More easily than you can imagine. We and only we will use Pokemon, and we shall rule the powerless populace. I've been waiting so long for this. I've kept my silence so no one could piece together what I planned. Now those painful days are at an end. Go, onward. Discover whether you have what it takes to be a hero.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna save. I was gonna hold my save until this, but like I'm able to go back and heal and buy items, so I'm gonna save. If I don't have enough money, there are plenty of trainers that I skipped.
What I desire is a world for Pokemon, and Pokemon alone. I will separate Pokemon from people, so Pokemon can regain their original power.
Ugh. Ow.
It's time to settle this once and for all. My determination is absolute. I will prove the value of my beliefs, even if it means my Pokemon friends get hurt. Since you've come this far, I believe you're equally determined. If that's so, prove it to me. Show me the depth of your determination.
Okay. I definitely need to read that conversation. I'm super amused. Okay, anyway, that's not important. We gotta fight! Fight, 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 fight.
You come all this way to battle me, but Reshiram is not responding. You haven't yet been recognized as a hero, have you? How disappointing. I actually kind of liked you a little. Through our many battles, I got the feeling that you might be a trainer who truly cares for Pokemon. But I was kidding myself. The idea of trainers getting to know each other through battles is ridiculous. You have two options. Challenge me to a fight you can't win, or leave this place and watch the birth of a new world where Pokemon are free of people. Zekrom, come to me!
Yo, let's go, Zekrom. Destroying the building. Love this dude. The Zap Dragon. It's one of my favorites. He's cool. He's talking about freeing Pokemon, but he's still commanding them? Yep. That's how it works.
The Light Stone is trembling inside the bag.
I'm sorry, that's just basic text.
Your Light Stone is... Reshiram is...
Yo, give me the Fireman. Let's go. Ayo. Absorbing that energy.
The Light Stone draws in the aura of the surroundings and converts it into a powerful force, which is now being released.
Okay. Ooh, it's round. Look at the Fire Boy! I definitely must say I do like the Lightning Boy better. I mean, Reshiram's a very cool design. He looks so funny with the screen not having enough space between it.
Zekrom and Reshiram. They were once one life. One Pokemon. Complete opposites, yet the same. Zekrom and Reshiram are Pokemon that appear before the hero they recognize. Ah, I see. You really are a hero too. I'll tell you what that Pokemon is saying to you. I want to battle with you. Try to make me your friend and ally. It plans to test you to see if you are really pursuing truth. I also am curious to see how powerful you are. Now catch Reshiram and make it your ally.
Master Ball. Oh, that's a good sprite right there. And sorry, Reshiram. We don't get to enjoy your cool music. Reshiram, Reshiram, level 50 Reshiram. Hey, away, man. This Pokemon appears in Legends and I tapped the screen. I wasn't paying attention. Which is weird because I didn't touch the bottom. Can I go use the PC? Eggy. It should be Rocky. Like, actually, it should be Rocky. Because Eggy, I can actually have somewhat of an advantage with Eggy. Rocky it is.
Ah, I see. Reshiram, who is said to lend its power to the hero who searches for truth, has recognized your power, and now agrees to stand by your side. Hold on, your Pokemon are hurt.
No, they're not! No, I just healed them! I just healed them.
There is no triumph to be gained in battling the weakened opponent.
Literally, everybody was fully horde. Healed.
Alright. Now, I will create the future I desire. I shall sweep you before me.
Can't even use a rare candy or my items.
You're challenged by Team Plasma N. Zekrom.
Time to die, folks. Hooray! Guess what moves I don't have? I actually don't know what moves I have, but we're just literally gotta use Dragon Breath if we want to win. A critical hit? You beaster. Do I really think I can stop you with that? Yes. I will literally destroy you. Caracosta. Oh my god, I don't even... Oh, wait, no, I remember. I remember. Oh, just kidding. I don't remember. That's a water type. Ignore me really quick. I goofed. I goofed hard. It's fine. Stone Edge. Hi, can you not do that? Thanks. Caracosta fell asleep. Let's go Effect Spore! Alright, Stone Edge is, was it physical or special? I have already forgotten. I want some more again of Stone Edge. Physical, okay. So, battle items. X defense. Dude, wait, what if I just beef my imposter up? Like, incredibly beefy. Hold up. Let me try this. I'm gonna just beef him up real quick. Not just X defense, but also Expedef. Oh yes, I'm glad I picked up all of them. That is like actually still a pretty like large amount of damage. But we'll just eliminate over it. Too bad Caracosta is incredibly weak to grass type. If I remember correctly, Caracosta is water rock, so he's basically dead in one hit, but I want to use this time to beef up the crap out of my Amogus. My Fungus Amogus. Nice. That's a physical attack if you didn't know. And now he's asleep.
We beefing up.
Crunch. Ah, the joys. Giga Drain. Stop critical hitting me! Take that paralysis, you nerd. Let me just sap all of that delicious HP. Full restore, expected. But guess what? Now that I use one Sludge Bomb, my Giga Train will just KO you immediately. And he's poisoned. Let's go. All right. Crunch. Look at that delicious HP. I can't keep Imposter out for Vanillux because of course not. I'm going to, but really? Man. Oh, it's over. It's over for Imposter. Dude! Yes! This is why you beef him up. This is what you beef him up for, baby. This is why I used 3x special defense. Holy moly, jumpadolies. Please survive. If he freezes, I'll just use a full restore. Nice, a mid-roll. Or a low roll, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a low roll. Yeah, it's a low roll. Mid-roll is something completely different. Don't even need... I think Blizzard has either 5 or 8 power points, which I can literally just out-heal. Nice. Alright. Okay, no crit. Ah, there's the Frozen! Now, I'm going to full restore. He's going to full restore. Wait, when did I use a full restore? When did I waste that? I'm sad. I didn't realize I wasted that full restore I picked up. Oh, he has Frost Breath. I'm dead. Goodbye, Vanillux. Dingus. I don't know who's coming next, so we're just gonna toss out Reshiram. That might be a problem. Give me a second. Hold on. Ow. That is, in fact, the problem. Okay. All right, so let's see. He knows Stone Edge. That is a... What was it, Rock type? Literally trying to remember. Rock type, yeah. Okay. Yes. Let me just try this really quick. That's an aerial attack. It just happens to be very powerful when they're not holding an item, which means I'm pretty sure he's not holding an item. Ha! Dingus. Alright, again, problem is, currently, that's a lot of damage. It's over half. Alright. Yeah, another lemonade. I didn't even see what move was just used, but like we're using that lemonade baby. I need him to run out of Stone Edge, which he will. And then I need him to not crit with acrobatics. Use another lemonade. He has run out of the thing that is called, I don't know, Stone Edge. The problem now is that he knows acrobatics, and acrobatics has a lot of power points. And it does a lot of damage when he's not holding an item, and he is clearly not holding an item. Why am I just trying to out-heal it? I don't know. It's just what I feel like doing, I guess. Should I be doing that? No, not with this Pokemon. It's fine. Here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, here's what we're gonna do. Max Revive. Reshiram. Launch. Okay, I'm okay with this. This is an interesting turn of events. I could just switch. I could just switch over. Probably the better play instead of wasting all my healing items. But we'll see. Alright, how much damage? Literally 50% damage. You've got to be kidding me. Acrobatics, why are you so strong? Why? I don't think I can out-heal acrobatics. I'm gonna be honest here. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I can. I lied. I can definitely out-heal it. I checked the power points again. I can definitely out-heal it. then he has Crunch. Oh, that's bad. Not as bad, though. Hold up. Hold up. I'm pretty sure Dragon Claw is physical. Hold up. No, I still got acrobatics. Never mind. Never mind. He still has acrobatics. It's still too dangerous. Ugh. How many Pokemon? He has 3 Pokemon left. Jeez, that's a problem. Man, if I could only use X defense. If I could just use it. Low roll, low roll, low roll, low roll, low roll. That's a high roll. Stop it. I want the low roll. I want to be like out of healing items. Low roll. Stop critting! Bro, stop hitting crits! Okay, how much damage? Good. Alright, finally. Battle items. X defense. Sheesh. Run out of my healing items again. Good, 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 good. Nice. We're gonna crank them up. Reshiram is just gonna be an ultimate beast. Crunch. Okay, or my defense can fall again. Could you? Bro. Thank you. Alright, bag. Heal. Hyper potion. Last one. Archeops is like... I feel like Archeops is flying rock, but I'm not going to guarantee that. So, Dragon Breath. Nice. That's KO. As long as he doesn't crit me. Let's go. Nice. Large. Oh, yeah. Hello, steel type Pokemon. Are you ready to get burned? Look. Oh, that's right. Dragon type. Duh. Ow. What'd you lower? Special defense? Oh, that's actually really bad. Good thing that's a one-hit KO. Zoroark, who probably mostly only has special defenses. I'm sorry, what? Ooh, I didn't die. We're good. Nice. Let's go. Ha! And I get $10,000. Wow. It's more like $100. Zekrom and I were beaten. Your truth, your feelings, they were stronger than mine, it seems. Reshiram and Zekrom, each of them choosing a different hero.
Is that even possible? Two heroes living at the same time. One that pursues truth and one that pursues ideals. Could they both be right? I don't know. It's not by rejecting different ideas, but by accepting different ideas that the world creates a chemical reaction.
That's right, Trow.
This is truly the formula for changing the world.
After all of that, do you think you're still worthy of sharing the name Harmonia with me? You good-for-nothing boy! To start with, I spurred into pursuing ideals. The reason we reawakened the legendary Pokemon now was to give my Team Plasma more power. Could they both be right? No! Power to control the fearful masses. That at least was well done. After saying you had to put your beliefs on the line and battle to see which one chosen by the legendary Pokemon was the true hero, you lost to an ordinary trainer. There is such a thing as being too stupid. Added up, you are nothing more than a warped, defective boy who knows nothing but Pokemon. Anime, I never would have thought the legendary Pokemon would choose a trainer like you. It caught me completely off guard. This doesn't change my goal. My plans have not been disturbed. In order to rule this world utterly, in order to manipulate the hearts of people who know nothing, I will have N be the king of Team Plasma. But for that to work, you, since you know the truth, you must be eliminated. How about you heal me first? Rule the world? Wasn't Team Plasma's goal to liberate Pokemon? That was just a convenient lie that I needed to create Team Plasma. Use your head. What's to be gained from letting go of useful things like Pokemon? Certainly, manipulating Pokemon helps people expand their possibilities. That much I can agree with. So it naturally follows that only I should be able to use Pokemon. You fool! That's a ridiculous idea. You can say whatever you want. A Pokemon, even if it's revered as a deity, is still just a Pokemon. Anime, so what if it shows you? That doesn't mean you're a threat. Come now, you'll face me in battle. I can't wait to see the look on your face when you've lost all hope. Charon, heal, 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 please. Anime. I won't allow anyone to stop me, no matter who does what. Okay, but do I at least get a heal? Do I get a heal? Am I healed up? Am I low? Cofagrius, a monster. Oh, good. Dragon Breath. Oh, get wrecked! Woo! You're expecting that? I don't think you were. All right, battle items. Special death. Crank that up. Crank it up. Crank it up. Protect? Nice, nerd. What a waste to protect. Did he just use protect twice in a row? Dude. If you use it a third time. Nope, he used toxic, which actually would have been incredibly detrimental. I do have antidotes, but... Alright, this is my last usage of X Defense. Hopefully it will carry me. He's got one more protect left? I think one more. He'll probably use toxic again. Alright. We've got one beefed up Reshiram. Let's hope he can carry. There's the toxic I was talking about. And we have an antidote to remedy that, so that's not an issue. Alright, now he's out of protects. I don't remember if Fusion Flare is special or physical, but I'm assuming it's special. Got a Dragon Breath again because he's got a full restore. And we got to get that paralysis going again. Dang, no paralysis. Sadness. High roll? Nope. Minimum roll. Bag. Antidote. Surely he won't use Toxic again. Nice. Bye. Bouffalant. I bet he's got a ground type move. That might be a problem. Fusion Flare. Wow, that thing's tanky. And yes, he has Earthquake. Luckily, we used 3x defense. One more Fusion Flare should take him out. Nope. It's okay, we still got a max potion we can use if we need to. Alright. Good. Seismitoad. I really should switch. Because he has, like, apparently everything to try to take this guy out. We don't have any more healing items. I lied. I was wrong. Uh-oh. Please paralyze. Yes! How does all of his Pokemon know Earthquake? This is a problem! Yes! Bye. Woo! B-Sharp. Oh, B-Sharp's gone. B-Sharp is out of here. Bye. Easy clap. Hydreigon! Hello there, mister. Crap, he's faster than me! No! All right, we've got a problem. He's faster than me. I am dead. The good news is I have max revives. The bad news... we've got to use Toxic immediately. And hope we survive. Nope. Nope. Not surviving that. That's fine. All right. We're going to throw out... which one is Bright Powder? You? Yeah, we're going to throw out Tootie. We're going to use a max revive. On Reshiram. Well, the Bright Powder was worth a try. Bye, Tootie. Tootie's not dead. All right, now Tootie's dead. Okay, it's fine, because we needed to get some of those dragon moves out of there anyway. All right, let's see if we can paralyze this Hydreigon. Dragon Breath. Do not KO, 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 do not KO. Yes! This is a problem. This is a problem. All right. Wasting a Fire Blast, I see. This is actually fine. Funny enough. Hold on. We have to make another Pokemon sacrifice. This is surprisingly okay. This is the last max revive we have, though. So that's going to be a problem. However, the good news is one Dragon Breath will KO Hydreigon as long as Hydreigon doesn't quit. As long as Hydreigon doesn't quit. That was a high roll. Hydreigon, you're out. You are gone. This is the last one. I don't know, man. We're out of max revives. Oh, we're screwed. We're screwed. This is the end. I tried. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. All right. Oh! Does he know Earthquake? Nope. AO? Of course he has Levitate. Of course he does. Of course the electric eel knows Levitate. Can we talk about how an electric eel knows Levitate? All right, I want to see where I refresh. Lame. All right. Freaking Electros. Of course. Of course. I needed more. I needed way more Expedef. I needed way more Expedef on that one. Trying to think. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, because literally, like, it doesn't matter how I use these specific items. It's not gonna matter. I believe 2D has the bright powder. You know what? I'm gonna beef up Imposter. Hold up. No, because he knows Flamethrower. Yo, what up, Glow? He knows Flamethrower. That's super annoying. All right, let's try this. I'm gonna level up 2D. And then, like, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We're at the end of the game. Just having some trouble. I'm gonna try this. Thank you, appreciate it. Okay. We're gonna see if this works, and we're gonna skip all this like text because we literally already saw it all. Skippy to skippity skip all of the things. Here we go. We're gonna see Zekrom again. Wow. Wow, come on, Zekrom, my favorite. Speak. Amazing. Yeah, the fireball. Fire boy. Fire boy. Fire boy. Alrighty. Okay. I forget that also requires an A press. Bag. Pokeball. Master Ball. Thanks. Add a restaurant to your party. Yes. Send the Rockman. Rockman. No. I'm actually going to send back Volibee. I'm going to do it a little different this time. None of my Pokemon were damaged, specifically because I used the Master Ball. I now see why they were asking me. Do you know what's really funny? So when I first played Pokemon White 2, actually it was Black 2, that's the copy that my friend gave me. So the first time I played Pokemon Black 2, I was like, or maybe it was even the original White, but I just said, you know what? What if I just catch every single Pokemon with the regular Pokeball? And that is exactly what I did. I caught every single Pokemon, including the legendaries, with just a normal Pokeball. It was great. Yo, get paralyzed, nerd. Can I stop you with that? Yes, absolutely. Bye! Easy clap. Caracosta, yes. Switch to the Amogus. I'm not going to beef him up this time. I think I will hold off on the beefing. Ow. Ho! Silly sturdy. Almost back to full health immediately. That's wild. And again, because he used the full restore, he's back to full health, which means he will survive once again because of sturdy. But that also means I can skip a turn of healing. Ow. All right. Vanillux, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I actually don't know who I should send out for Vanillux. Hold up. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, I don't know what moves Vanillux has, and I might be too weak, but I'm going to do a Steel Head and see what happens. Iron Head, I'm sorry. Uh-oh. That's actually kind of bad. That means Blizzard is guaranteed to hit. Neat! I forgot about Ice Body. Clunk. Yes! Yes! The strats! The strategies! Will I switch my Pokemon? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm doing my strategies, obviously. Fusion Flare. Focus Blast. What type is Focus Blast? What is that? Fighting. It's a fighting special. Weird. Oh, you tricked me. He got me, guys. He got me. I was about to send an Archeops. Will you switch? Yes. Specifically because Reshiram needs a heal really bad. Rocky is going to take a hit. 2 hits, specifically, actually. What HP are you at, Reshiram? Yeah, that's a full heal. That's a Hyper Potion heal. Ow. AO? I did not die. Hold up. Wait a minute. No, he has acrobatics. Sorry, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Ignore me. He knows acrobatics. I don't want to use up all my healing items this time, but I would like to run Stone Edge out. That would be good. Wait, I could just use Lemonade. No, I can't, because it's almost doing 100 damage, and clearly Lemonade doesn't heal 100 damage. Clearly. Hear me out. Hear me out. I should have bought more Hyper Potions. Crunch. Rocky Helmet. Ha! Dingus. I'm gonna run out of Hyper Potions, but like I kind of need to. I lied. I guess I need to. If I can save my Lemonades, that would be good though. Stone Edge crit. Nice. Great. I'm not counting Stone Edges, but I'm pretty sure he's almost out of Stone Edges. Fairly certain. Nice. Wait. He missed an attack. Hold up. Wait.
That's a free hit for me. Brother. Lemonade. Okay. This is why I kept Rocky this time. I knew he'd come in handy. That's right. Dragon Claw. I forgot about that. Yo, he's damaging himself. What a nerd. Thank you, Rocky Helmet. Rocky was the play all along. Do it again, I dare you. Do it again, Archeops. I dare you. Ha! What a nerd! Okay, now the actual Kling Kling is going to be sent out. The actual Kling Kling. And he's going to get KO'd, baby. One shot. You know what? That actually sounded like... What Pokemon is that? It's like a Pokemon from Gen 4, I'm pretty sure. Sounded like the cry that one of the Gen 4 Pokemon had. Skip, 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 skip. Okay, we have saved all of our heating items because I played so much better this time. I played a lot better. And I don't think I used any of my XPDF or my XDEF. So, like, Reshiram is going to get cranked once again. I already forgot who the first Pokemon was. It's fine. Ah, it was Cofagrigus. That's right. Cofagrigus just used, like, Protect a bajillion times. I recall. Bag. Battle items. XPDF. Yeah? Yeah. One. Ah, thank you. Yes, because that's what I wanted. Two. Don't worry, I'm keeping an eye on the toxic. Three. I would like to use a fourth one this time, honestly. Four. And then I'll use like 4 regular defenses as well. And that should keep me slightly okay.
Alright, there's Toxic again. That's fine. We got one defense out. 2. So I've got more lemonades now, so I don't need to worry too much about it. Bag. Status. Antidote. Bag. Defense. Also, now that I actually have, like, a lot more healing items, this is going to be a lot smoother. Just had to pick the right Pokemon. And there's Toxic again, of course. Again, that is fine. We're going to let one Toxic go through and one hit go through. Let's get a Paralysis, hopefully. There's the Protect, never mind. Bag, Antidote. Because again, we only had the one. Bag, Lemonade. Nice, he's out of Protects. Let's go. Paralysis? Nope. Ah, Toxic again. Come on. You suck, dude. Crit, 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 crit. That, I'll take that. I'll take that over a crit, actually. That's fine. Okay, Antidote and then Lemonade. And by Antidote, I mean a full heal. Dang it! Used his full restore early. Alright, that's fine. Bye. Dragon Breath. Keeps using Toxic. So I have all those full heals. He actually still had a Protect. Are you kidding? Well, this is a problem. Bag. Full restore. Full heal. Sorry, not full restore. Fight. Dragon Breath. Paralyze. Nope. That's fine. Bag. Hyper Potion. So I want to get up to max so I can knock him. My guess is he's going to use another full restore anyway. Nope. Good. Alright, this is good. There's another Dragon Breath. KO'd. Get out. Alright. Nope. Fusion Flare, like last time. Hit the double. Oh, a crit! Let's go! We got the crit! Fight. Dragon Breath. Rain Dance. Well, that's why I use Dragon Breath. That will be a problem, though. That's gonna help. That will help a lot. Earthquake, okay. I've got 4x defenses. Can't scare me with Earthquake. Not anymore, baby. Aw, dude. Is this rain gonna prevent me from one-shotting B-Sharp? I bet it is. I bet it is. Stupid rain. Dragon Breath. And then we're gonna use a Hyper Potion. The rain stopped. Yeah. Okay. Hyper potion. This is critically important. Dragon Pulse. How much damage are you going to do? This is scary. Yes! Okay. We are safe. Yes, he gets to go first, but we have a ton of healing items this time. And our special defense is cranked up. The biggest problem right now is the Electros. He's going to be a little bit frustrating, I'm sure. Especially once I run out of Dragon Breath. Well, actually, no, I have, like, elixirs. Never mind. I just gotta hope that, you know, he doesn't end up critting either of these guys. Okay, Hydreigon out. Good. Electros. No switch. Heal with Hyper Potion. Bag. Hyper Potion. It's the last Hyper Potion we got. Crunch. Wow, a crit? Are you kidding me? All right, Lemonade. Bro, how dare you get a crit? All right, we should be good. Dragon Breath. Crunch. Crunch, no crit. Even better. We got a crit! Let's go! Sick. I think we did it. I think we're done. What? I created Team Plasma with my own hands. I'm absolutely perfect. I am perfection. I am the perfect ruler of a perfect new world. Now, N, do you still think Pokemon and people should be separated? Since I couldn't become the hero and obtain the legendary Pokemon myself, I prepared someone for that purpose. N. He's nothing more than a freak without a human heart. Do you think you're going to get through to a warped person like that? Alder, it's a waste of valuable time listening to him ramble on. He's the one without a human heart. You're right. He's truly pitiful. And I'm sure you have much to think about. I know you were not pursuing ideals because of Justice's manipulation, but because your heart was really inspired. That is why you were able to meet the legendary Pokemon. But I have no right to be the hero. Is that so? What you and the legendary Pokemon are going to do from now on. That's important, wouldn't you say? Acting like you understand. Up till now, we've been fighting each other over our beliefs. Yet despite that, why? And even if we don't understand each other, that's not a reason to reject each other. There are two sides to any argument. Is the one point of view that has all the answers? Give it some thought. Ah, they're taking Justice away. Excellent. I want to talk to you about something. It's about when I first met you in Accumula Town. I was shocked when I heard what your Pokemon was saying. I was shocked because that Pokemon said it liked you. It said it wanted to be with you.
couldn't understand it. I couldn't believe there were Pokemon that liked people, because up until that moment, I'd never known a Pokemon like that. The longer my journey continued, the more unsure I became. All I kept meeting were Pokemon and people who communicated with one another and helped one another. That was why I needed to confirm my beliefs by battling you. I wanted to confront you, hero to hero. I needed that more than anything. There's no way a person like me, someone who understands only Pokemon. No, actually, I didn't understand them either. No way I could measure up to you when you had met so many Pokemon and were surrounded by friends. The champion has forgiven me, and what I should do now is something I'll have to decide for myself. Anime. You said you have a dream. That dream, make it come true. Make your wonderful dream a reality, and it will become your truth. Anime, if anyone can, it's you. Thanks. Well then. Farewell.
Hey! We did it, y'all! Let's go! Finally, after way too many months, our 0 EXP challenge is over. I'm gonna just make sure that this is now off of my stream ideas list. It is epic. All right, let's go, guys. We finally did it. Heck yeah. After a little, a little too long, we finally have the sub goal completed. And if you want to see me play another Pokemon challenge on stream, if you see that bar in the middle there, that is a sub goal for a Pokemon Emerald versus Spunky Raccoon stream. If you guys weren't here for it earlier, we did a Pokemon, I think Blue. We did a Pokemon Blue versus Spunky Raccoon, where Spunky tried to get through the game, and I controlled the opponent trainers. We're going to be doing that again, but this time in Pokemon Emerald, once we reach that sub-goal. So, again, now that we've beaten this, I think Saturdays are just going to go back to Temtem, because I never finished Temtem, so probably going to go back to that. But, yeah, if you want to see some more Pokemon, we've got that sub-goal. Yeah. Wow, this was so much easier once I realized I just needed a crud ton of those X defense and X special defense. I realized, oh, I should use the materials that the game allows me to have. And it definitely paid off. It only took me 2 tries to get through the Elite Four and 2 tries to defeat Justice. So, ayo. But yes, that is right, team. We have done it. It is all done. Pokemon Black 0 EXP challenge completed. There he goes. Woo! Amazing. Saving. Don't turn off power. Excellent. There we go, folks. The end of our Pokemon Black, Pokemon White, Pokemon Black 0 EXP challenge. We've done it. And with that being said, that's going to be the end of stream tonight. Honestly, this was my main goal that I wanted to do. I figured we'd be able to finish it tonight, but I wasn't 100% on it. But with that being said, that is gonna be it.